doing the justice. This thing is massive. Holy moly.
Our last day here, and it's breakfast time, and I wanted to see what Picabu had to offer for breakfast. Okay, so now we're in the dining area for Picabu. And this is what we got. So I got the kids meal breakfast, which is pretty big, good for an adult. And then it does come with a side of oats or grits. I got the adult size of oats with some brown sugar and raisins. I had a coffee, and they did have Mickey Waffles on the menu. It just says waffles. But then when I said, what kind of waffles do you have? They had the Mickey ones. So we get to end our day with some Mickey Waffles, which is nice. They didn't have the chocolate that I loved from Rosa Mexicanas, but they did have the hazelnut chocolate. So I got that. And I got a few bananas. Now I will say, if you're trying to be financially conscious and your littles don't eat a lot, maybe the breakfast buffet would be better. This came up to $42. So the waffles were $15, 2 whole fruit, so the bananas each were $2.50. The oatmeal was $6, the coffee was $3.50, and the kids breakfast, which is pretty much the deal here, is $13. So just keep that in mind. The little items do add up. There's a 14% Picabu service charge for $6 as well. So our total came out to $51.21. If we would have gone for the breakfast buffet at Rosa's, it probably would have came up to another $10. But we would have had a lot more food because of the buffet style. So up to you, but good to know. And yeah, let's get these waffles are good with hazelnut chocolate. I think I like waffles with chocolate. They're good. Alright, so my camera, my SIM card was full. And it was a brand new 162 gig SIM card. So that's gonna be fun to edit. we filmed a lot here. So now Mark has joined us. He was putting everything in the car. So his food got cold, and what I did was I went to the fuel, and they had that microwave I told you guys. So I just heat up his food, and then we got some more coffees, and we're enjoying the fountain. And I did get a macchiato this time, so the coffee's actually tasting like coffee, which is nice. And yeah. No! He's anxious. He knows we're leaving and he doesn't want to leave. So he's already told us several times, go up to the bed. So Emma had a good time here. He liked it. Hey, so bye-bye, Dolphin. It's been real. It was a good time. Now I want to check out what's in the Swan. I saw some things online that the reason why people think that Swan might be more expensive is because since it's smaller, it's a lot quieter. It's not as busy. A lot less families. That could not be true, or it could be true. So they think that people will pay that little extra money to just have another easier, smaller location. But who knows? But man, this fountain is super cool. It's massive. This camera cannot do it justice. It is. You have to pay $34 to park here. But if you wanted to park here, dine here, go to the boardwalk, do all these things that are right here, stop by one of the parks, I would just take the price, eat it, and come by. If you have an annual pass like I do, I might just park at Epcot and cut through. That way I don't have to pay for parking, but it does also mean like I have to be mentally prepared to do all that walking and make sure I have those walking shoes with me. But yeah, one last time, let's look. Very cool. And I just realized we do have awnings on either side, so when it does rain, you can pretty much have a completely dry walkthrough because it connects over there back to another gym. You see? So on those days that are pouring, you might get a little wet from the splash on the bottom, and if it's windy, but at least you're fully covered. Let's go. Chill and Molino is right here. You walk in, honey. This Garden Grove is over there in Kimonos. It's very loud. There must be a convention going on. Decided to hang out at the most echoing spot. And here are some swans. This is cute. There's a tree is growing out of it. A little courtyard. This is actually a nice quiet spot that had breakfast, lunch. Nice to hang out. It's a beautiful day today too. And there's one on the other side. So plenty of outdoor space. These have like Christmas tree lights.
Want to see that one?
So that must be really pretty at night. All lit up. They have tables on the side. Another one. So then here's where it says like Disney's bus. Java's there. What's the elevator? This is the lobby. Ooh. Let me not walk away too far from Mark. I'll lose him. But they have a Disney planning center and gifts. Let's go check that out. Cute. They have like a little Easter. Easter is on Sunday. It is Tuesday. So we have that. Disney Planning Center. It's a cute photo spot. So they have the 2024 merchandise here. Hi, how are you? I like your ears. They have this collection here for luggage. do we offer here?
Like the Disney Planning Center?
Yeah, what is that?
So we're kind of like a mini Disney concierge. So we can do your basic sales, whether it be day tickets, week tickets, or even annual passes.
Nice.
We can perform upgrades on tickets. We can help with accounts. So anything with the My Disney Experience application, we can help you navigate it. We can help and restructure.
Yeah,
fix things if need be.
Genie Plus.
Genie Plus, individual lighting lane, virtual queues,
Dining reservations?
and other bookable experiences. So even outside of dining, some of those other things like fireworks specialty cruises and such. In person, those can be tough because a lot of times they need to be booked in advance. But we have all of that on our system.
Okay,
So,
and if somebody was like last day of their trip, but they want to book at the next one, did anybody do that, like
as long as
for
it's
future?
within range, because the booking window is 60 days
60
out.
days.
But I have done that before. I booked a which tour was it? Keys to the Kingdom tour once for somebody's upcoming trip on their next time.
Wonderful. And I know that Animal Kingdom has some extra side tours. Do you guys, could you help with those?
Caring for Giants,
Yeah.
Rhinos, same thing. Now our availability is the same as what you see online.
Okay.
So we're best used if you're having trouble with the app there, or you're kind of debating experiences, because we have a lot of knowledge about all the things. So we can suggest alternates if we have to go that route.
Perfect. Like on a rainy day, you got to switch some things over. All right, sounds good. That's the question I wanted. Would you be able to offer the passes, like the actual physical card?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That's a good. Yeah, that's very nice, because sometimes you have to go to the ticket center and they could be super long of a line. So you guys have the physical card.
Swan, Dolphin, Swan Reserve. I say we can take care of absolutely just about everything. Let me
just
there
a
are
little
a few limitations.
Yeah.
But I'll like everything to be ready to go out to the park in general.
Oh, that's a huge
or make
time
sure
saver.
you absolutely know what group you're looking for in the park. So if it's something that we can't do, we can tell you, is that guest experience team, is that guest relations, who's going to be able to assist.
And like the DAS pass, that would have to be at the park?
Because that only works at the park, so only the park teams
can offer that.
Now we can kind of explain or help people kind of understand it, like, because you can do that pre-registration over 2 days in advance.
Yes.
So if somebody already has it set and you just want kind of some basic information on how you're going to be using it, then of course we can help there.
Beautiful. And the same thing, we do use the stroller as a wheelchair. So that's information you can provide, but the ticket itself would have to be at the guest services in the park.
Correct. But if you're curious about accessibility and such, and like some basic, like which attractions, are more accessible than others, then of course we have a lot of that information.
That's great. Wow.
And then we've got the individual maps of each of the parks. We do
perfect.
occasionally have our celebration buttons. We don't always have all of the staff
okay,
of them,
yeah, but that's nice.
Sure, all that's there.
Wow. That because look, guys, it's empty in here, so you can get really good time with your Disney Planning Center. Wow, that's really great. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Regularly just to keep up with it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's going to be an
So now we're in Java at Swan. Look at this, is made out of chocolate, honey.
wow.
Fuel had a chocolate display and a sugar display as well. So Tip Top of Manhattan.
It's a Manhattan in the little cup, and they have the Manhattan.
That's the new thing now.
Rye gin vermouth.
Yeah. I don't know. I've tried a few canned alcoholics mixed drinks, and I don't care for them. But that was like when they first came out, so I don't know if they've gone better.
I don't know. I want a picture of this. It just was the Manhattan.
Oh, and all the prices for them are here.
I'm disappointed because they don't have the price for the entire Dolphin.
And then they have a lot of wine. Very nice. They have the coffee station here. They also have the microwave. So Fuel had the microwave for guests to use, and they do have one here as well. This one's a little smaller than Fuel, but they have the outside seating, kind of like Fuel did with the lobby. And they serve the coffee. So it's giving Starbucks vibes for sure. And then they have all the snacks Fuel had as well. Lots of pies. They have the same pastries and stuff. So very good. Definitely your option. So it says over there, West Elevator, second floor meeting room, ballroom. So they also still have conventions space at the Swan. I thought that maybe all the convention space was at Dolphin, because there's a whole side of the resort that doesn't get used because it's all, well, it gets used, but not by guests who are here to do the Disney thing. They're used for conventions, and it's massive. But they also have convention space over here too. And it looks like one is here and ready to go. All right, so what do we think about the Swan Resort?
It's beautiful, but it's definitely themed a little differently. It's similar styling, but it's a lot more condensed. The areas aren't as open, but what balances that is the level of luxury kind of increases. There's like more decorations, more flowers.
Yeah.
There's indoor fountains, but they're smaller, more approachable.
Not as loud.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, much quieter.
Yeah.
Definitely if you're
That
someone
first
who's noise.
room was like intense. That echo
Yeah.
was wild, but the rest of the resort is
Exactly.
like not.
And that first entrance, I think maybe, I don't know if it's always like this, but it was very business oriented. People there on
Yeah,
computers
the
doing work.
conventions.
Exactly, yeah. But once you pass that, it's very quiet, very calming, and very, very beautiful. This carpet I could walk on forever. It's so comfortable.
What are our thoughts for Dolphin?
Dolphin? So Dolphin is really nice. The rooms themselves, I think, are a little lackluster, but besides that, the atmosphere you get in the lobby, it's wonderful. It's noisy, so if you're someone who doesn't like noisy, or you're sensitive to a lot of movement, lights, and sounds and people, maybe the Swan side's better for you. But it's really nice. The food's nice. It's a little pricey, but it's really nice, especially that big chandelier in the middle that we had the luxury of analyzing for almost half an hour because we were so impressed by it. Both sides are good. There's something for everybody depending on which side you're on. Would I recommend it? If you have the means,
Yeah.
I think there are better priced things that might make this not worth it, but you're also close to the parks and everything here too, so you gotta take that into consideration. So yeah, I'd recommend it, but do your research first to see what you're willing to pay for the results that you get.
Right, because no matter where, you're easily spending for breakfast $60, $70 on 2 adults, because Emmett wasn't eating any of this stuff. We packed his own food. So if you're gonna be here, and that's just for breakfast alone. So we were doing lunch and dinner. So it's definitely, dinner kept coming out to like $100.
Yeah.
We were only here for 2 nights, and I think we've already spent like $400 here on just like food and maybe 1 or 2 merchandise items. So we lucked out on the room price.
Yeah.
But they got us on the the meals.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
So, like I said in another video, in a week in June, it was gonna be around $4,200 to $4,600 for the entire stay. That's just the room price.
Yeah.
So keep into consideration, like if you got it, have at it. If you don't, there are definitely other options just as close, offer shuttles to the parks, things like that. So don't feel just because this is walking distance to the park and that they offer shuttles and ferries that this is the only option out there. It isn't. But it was fun to do.
It was definitely fun to do. For me, it's definitely a one-timer as far as staying. But I mean, I'd walk through here again.
Yeah.
You know, it's beautiful.
I definitely want to come and do the steakhouse.
Oh, that's a good
Right.
idea.
And then I also want to go and do the sushi one night. So the kimono and Shula's Steakhouse. The food looked really good, but it was like really pricey. So we'll have to do that on a day that we're not also spending for a staycation as well. But yeah. All right, so now all the people have gone out of this area. So it's not as loud. Let's see. So small echo. I think they were waiting for the restaurants to open. So this is Yassi. They're doing like a buffet style for the convention. So that's the Italian food. And Kimono is the sushi restaurant. And then the Garden Grove is like a casual dining open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Alright guys, that was our trip to Swan and Dolphin. I'm very excited.
Yeah, for real.
We love this fountain. I can't get enough of it. Alright, well with that being said, my name is Stephanie. Like and subscribe, and thank you for being a part of my world.
See you later.